Who the hell are Team America? And also, why are the Romans? Find out this week on Reading Every X-Men comic ever. I dove fully into New Mutants this week with issues 4 through 15, and this series is pretty good and met my expectations. These 12 issues were deceptively dense, and they went places I didn't expect, and things I thought I knew were going to happen didn't happen how I thought they would. And I'll talk about it a bit more at the end of the video, but first we have to get through the recap. Post Chuck's Brood Crisis in Uncanny X-Men, the New Mutants decide to help Stevie Hunter with her stalker problem. It turns out to be one of her dance students who has fallen in love with her, and also he has a very rough home life. I was really not expecting a child abuse plot this early on, but here we are. Moving swiftly along, we get to a crossover with Team America, a group of stunt motorcyclists who are attacked by Viper and Silver Samurai during a fair that the New Mutants are attending. The pair of villains end up leaving with Danny, who is possessed by an entity called the Dark Rider. You see, the Dark Rider is a gestalt persona of all of the members of Team America, and has all the skills each of the individual members possesses. The persona can be summoned by any team member at any time, and can infect any person, not just Team America members. This is somehow a mutant power that all of the members have and also share. I honestly don't know how it works, but it doesn't matter. Moving on. Team America gets threatened by Viper and conscripted to steal a crystal from AIM because Viper's threatening to kill Danny if they don't. Chuck shows up at this point, tells them that they're all mutants and that he wants to help them. The New Mutants, meanwhile, are pissed because they just want to go and rescue Danny, but Charles won't let them. They just go and do it anyways. But don't worry, that's all a part of Chuck's plan somehow. Both teams complete their missions, but they both end in explosions. This means pretty much nothing for Team America, but for the New Mutants, that explosion results in Karma missing and presumed dead. To take their mind off the loss of their teammate, Chuck sends them all on a sort of vacation with Roberto's mother, Nina da Costa. They stop in Rio for a brief enough time for Nina to get captured by the Hellfire Club. After dealing with the Hellfire Club goons, they all continue on the journey and arrive in the Amazon rainforest. The kids play a game of mutant hide and seek and are attacked by a local tribe of women, one of whom they capture. Then the boat they're on is sabotaged by the crew. And while the kids survive the crash, they are found by fucking Romans. Welcome to Nova Roma, or New Rome, a secret ancient Roman society located in the Andes Mountains. Everyone immediately gets thrown in the dungeon, and while there, the now white woman named Amara Juliana Olivia Aquila, who was the captured Amazon native, gives a bunch of exposition about this place and its whole deal. Before long, the girls are taken to a bathhouse, and the boys are taken to the Colosseum to fight, where they're given performance-enhancing rage drugs. The boys' fight manages to snap both of the girls out of their drugged stupor, so they go and help. Their mutant powers, or more specifically Reign's mutant power, actually saves their ass here, as they are then framed as descendants of Roman gods and leaders. This is all just a ploy by a Roman senator named Marcus Gallio, who is going to frame an assassination attempt of the New Mutants on his political rival, Lucius Aquila. Speaking of Aquila, his daughter Amara was kidnapped by the Black Priestess, aka Selene Gallio. And now she also has Danny. Selene here is a mutant, and a sorcerer, who has lived for thousands of years by sacrificing young women into lava. She tries this with Amara, but it turns out the young girl is also a mutant, specifically a mutant who can control and become magma. Amara is understandably pissed about being thrown into lava, and tries to fight Selene. Danny also tries to help, but neither young mutant is strong enough to win against the adult mutant sorceress who just sacrificed her entire cult following to become young again. She decides to keep Danny around to corrupt her into an apprentice, and kills Amara. Meanwhile, Sunspot and Cannonball are having reservations about helping Marcus, and when Roberto sees his mother alive in the crowd, he does some investigating and discovers that Marcus has been planning to take over New Rome as a sort of dictator and give part of it to the Hellfire Club. This leads him to rescue his mother, who then contacts the Amazon tribe they encountered earlier, and all of them then storm Marcus's place, freeing Lucius, who then kills Marcus. Amara then arrives via the ground. Turns out she can't die so long as she is in contact with the Earth. and in her weekend date, she tells the New Mutants where Danny is. They all head out to rescue her again, but Selene is still too strong for the entire team to fight, so Roberto decides to throw her into a chasm and close it on her. This seemingly kills her, but like every major character in a Marvel movie, this finally brings us back to Westchester, New York, where Amara meets Charles and is officially inducted into the team. Her fear of her powers, and with just how much she feels like a fish out of water, causes her to reconsider her place on the team. But Chuck just talks to her about responsibility, and that seems to change her mind. Also, Kitty Pryde is in this issue, mainly to get yelled at by Chuck and the New Mutants about her dislike for the New Mutants. Speaking of Kitty Pryde, her best friend and roommate Ileana is feeling sorry for herself and reminiscing on events past. To distract herself, she decides to help the New Mutants throw Chuck a party. However, Sim shows up looking for her. With Sim being too strong for the team of New Mutants, Ileana has to snap herself out of her depression and do something about him. Continuing with Ileana's point of view, she decides to use some astral projection magic to check on Kitty, who is currently checking out the Massachusetts Academy with her friend Doug. This academy is a known front for the Hellfire Club, so unsurprisingly, she sees Kitty captured by Emma Frost and results in the New Mutants having to rescue her. It goes as poorly as you expect. Okay, that's the recap done. That was a lot. They're good issues, don't get me wrong, but man, did a lot happen. The Team America stuff was really weird, and as much as I don't understand how it works, the Dark Rider is a pretty cool idea. The Romans caught me fully off guard. I was not expecting that at all, and I was definitely not expecting that to be where Amara came from. It was very strange, but in a very comic way, so I enjoyed it. It should be no surprise that my favorite issue was the one that was focused on Ileana. I think I may have an Ileana bias. I digress. Here are the rankings for all of the issues I read this week. Next week is the final batch of Uncanny X-Men before our first big event. Let me know what you thought of these issues down below, and stay tuned for the next one.